Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, we was supposed to finish that 2D door detailing, and the solution for that is maybe if you use same method but not use the rotator offset. Let's not try to use that. These door detailings. Just gonna use these right now, and let's try to create a 2D element without any rotator offset. Okay, so this is that hinge actually, and we have already provided everything to this parameter, so I'm okay with that. Just want to make sure that we have the visibility parameter. Yes, it has. It goes in the single panel, and this one goes in the double panel. Give this visibility parameter name as well, like left and the right one. Okay. We'll deal with that later on then. Okay. Gonna make the first for the single panel 2D detail. So let's create a family. If we already have, we can use that family as well. I have deleted, so let us recreate it quickly. New family, English. Gonna take door, but curtain wall door actually. And here create an symbolic line with an offset of 1.5 mm. I can like give this an equal parameter. Have parameter called as thickness. And from line to line sketch, call this as door length, single panel, save this family. Load this into the project of that door. Something once again it has that same issues. To fix it, use masking regions as well. call these lines. While loading to receiving action, curtain wall may not be loaded into family. So one more thing, is the category of the template, or that is not create in curtain wall door actually. Let's create in a separate family only. So let's leave this family. So create in the detail family only, because we're just creating 2D elements. We're not creating any solid elements, so it's not allowing me to load it. So I'm going to take metric detail items instead of taking door, curtain wall. Then I can create a couple of reference plane.
Sir, what family have you chosen? I think my screen froze for a bit.
Sorry, I took this family, detail item. So when you come into
Detail
new,
item. Okay.
yeah, family.
Okay.
When you come in English, you have this metric detail item dot rft. Now, why detail item rft? Because we are just creating 2D elements. We are not creating any solid element. So that's why in the last time when I took curtain wall door, there was no solid element inside that family. So when I was loading, it was not allowing me to load it into that door family basically, because there was no solid component inside that. So that's why we were getting that error that okay, whatever family you have created won't be loaded into that, because that family does not contain any solid component. So this time we have taken metric detail item only, because we just wanted to create some 2D detail basically there, or just the swing action actually. Now I can quickly create that detail line with an offset of 1.5 mm. Make sure you hit the space bar so that you flip it inside that offset. You can give this equal parameter so that this becomes equal, and this goes under thickness. Then you can save this family. I'm just going to rename this parameter. It's just not called 2D door length, but call this 2D door length single bang. And you can load this into our project, into that family. Surely does get load this time. Only thing is that thickness does not matches, so we're going to select this, come into the edit type and take thickness with thickness this match, and the 2D door length should go with the 2D door length single panel. And we should actually come very much close to that only. So if I check, the single panel length should supposed to be 1660.75, which is exactly right. I can, uh, align it, the center reference plane with the center line. So move it otherwise. And then you can rotate that item on that rotator point 90 degree. Then align it, this reference plane, that slightly problem. I think this reference plane is the problem basically. Let's do one thing, we'll just put a symbol of parameter, calling this as rotator offset. So this is an issue, I guess. Just give dimension and keep it locked maybe. Rotator offset is from the center actually. Again come and annotate, create another symbolic line, an arc shape. And these two elements can go into the visibility of single panel 2D action. So that's one. Now we need to create for the double panel one. So let's do that as well. Once again, file, new, family, English, color take metric detail items. Create reference plane. So make this equal. Okay, create a line with an offset of 1.50. So go in thickness parameter. the door length and I'll mirror this on the other side as well. Parameters, the door length this family. Load this into the door family. Store and provide this parameter of thickness first. There will be one slight problem. If I will rotate, the other side would, the other action will also rotate on the same direction. So I'm gonna do one thing. Let's first rotate one panel first. Now match it out. So the door length 1 will be going with the parameter. Let's just create this parameter to the door length 1. And this will have a formula parameter to the door length 1. Actually, the formula would be whatever is the door length, divide by half, and minus by shim spaces. Space minus shim spaces. That should be that value. Distance parameter cannot be used in a type parameter formula. Okay, so this is type parameter. This is instance then. So this length of this door is supposed to come 828.88, and yep, perfect. Now I can just move this element point. Then we can once again select that detail item, rotate it, again I can create another annotate symbolic line, an arc shape. Select this and element both. Put this in the visibility of double panel 2D action. You can mirror this on the other side. We come in this parameters thing. So in double panel, the visibility of double panel should be on, and when I'm using single panel, the visibility of single paneling should be on, and the double panel visibility should be off. Just in the project. Perfect. If I take double door, one side is, I forgot to lock actually. See, this side I did not provide this dimension and locked it. So that's why it like shift out. So we'll fix that issue. So simply lock it. And now if I come to load into projects, override, and fix issue is solved. So here we go. We have resolved that 2D swing actions thing. Single panel, we just see single panel of the door and the swing action, and in double panel you see both the panelings. Okay, only thing is the missing is this base hinge is missing. That is, I think I've messed up with the visibility settings, so let's do it properly this time. It's gonna add this visibility, call this as hinge 1, call this as hinge 2. So when it's single panel, hinge 1 will be active, but when it's double panel, hinge 1 and hinge 2 both will be active. See both the hinges, and when I select the door and switch this to single, perfect. So the 2D door action problem parameters are being solved. Can come in 3D view also, you can check. But you can switch this to double one. There, the top one is missing, so that also needs to be fixed with the visibility parameters. Let's go back in the edit family, come to the interior view, select that element, put this in visibility hinge of 1 and this as visibility hinge of 2. save the file and load the file. Cut both the hinges. And if I even select the door and look at its parameters, I have plenty of parameters. I can change whatever I wanted to change, maybe the base plate, handle offset, handle depth, hinges length, hinges height, hinges thickness, rotator diameter, shim spaces, undercuts, whatever you want to change in the door. Okay, maybe I'm going to 15 mm undercut of the door for this double panel door. Actually, it's gonna have 15 mm of offset from the base. Totally parametrical, controllable glass door. Okay, so let's we applied it. Okay. Something more, if you want to add the detailings of this glass doors a little bit more, so I can come back into the annotate and take symbolic line once again, and take panel projections and create the marking points. This one will be in the visibility of for the double panel action. Just to show the action of the door actually. So that when you look into the elevation views, you see that marking lines indicating that there is double panel door, and this is panel 1 and this is panel 2 actually. Okay, it's for a projection purpose. Now if you switch this to single panel, you should see a one single panel of line at least to represent where is the hinges point basically there. Okay, so you can give complete detailings for the 2D swing actions parameter for the door. Okay, all right, now the next topic in the curtain wall we're going to do about is the uh, these part spider fittings basically. So I don't know if you have seen these fittings. So these are these spider fits um, glass facades basically there. Okay, for especially use in double heighted walls basically. So you, like large atriums you have basically, so maybe the atrium or the lobbies or like building which has multiple floor plans basically, or double height floor basically there. So especially in these conditions we use these spider fits basically there. So if you wanted to show something, clips that are holding the glass actually, okay, so we can create these spider fit clips and the panel to show the panel detail. Basically there's something like this detail panel, glass panel with spider clippings or spider fittings. Maybe there will be a mullion at the back so that the spider fit is been holded. Okay. Save this couple of reference images. Now you get a lot of type of spider fits basically there, or spider fit clips basically there. So you have one of these type basically there, okay, in which there is a glass on the back that will be holding basically there. Okay, then you have the suspension cable type one as well basically. So this is the suspension cable one. Okay, and then you have the glass back end one basically. So there are multiple type of spider fits basically there. So you can see in the glass black back end there will be a glass that will be another glass that will be holding basically there. Okay, like that. Okay, which is actually a little offsetted from your slab actually. In that cases these fittings are being used. Something it looks like that. You can see a vertical glass comes in. Okay, and then you have the other one is that you have the suspension cable in the back basically. So here we have the suspended cable ones. Okay, so it depends on which type of fittings you wanted to create basically. Now about this spider fits, you can get this family from online as well. Okay, so if you wanted to get the family of this spider fits, one thing we can come into the website from where you can download these family. So website name is revitcity.com. Okay, and the revitcity.com, you can search for the component that you want. Maybe you want the spider fits, so we'll search for spider fits. And you'll get some of the family that is already pre-made. Okay, so you can use that, but we'll try to create our own family only. So I'm going to pick this family of spider fit. Click on download. It's downloaded. Okay, so we get that spider fitting family. I have a little issue with this family. It's like straight. It should be like little cross actually. So I might have to, rotate this entire family to an angle of 45 degree. Okay, this might give me a little problem. So you can see this part did not rotate properly. So this family is not correct family. So not this family. Let's download the other one. Second one looks okay. Correct. So let's check in the reference floor plan. Yeah, this looks perfect. So it is like cross in directions. right? Now today what we're gonna do, we're gonna first assign the parameters of the visibility to all of these clips that are there basically there. Okay, so we're just gonna give today the parameters to these spider fit clips. Okay, so we have four clips, so all of these four would be having visibility parameters. So I'm going to select this clip, this entire clips, and I'm going to come into filters, and in filter it tells okay, I have selected generic model, plus I also have selected generic model void element also. So something void I don't want to get selected, so I'm going to uncheck it. सिर्फ generic model को ही हम लोग select करेंगे और ओके करेंगे. अब जेनेरिक मॉडल पूरा सिलेक्ट हो जाने के बाद में हम लोग यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे, वी गोना गिव दिस विजिबिलिटी स्टेटस, एंड आई एम गोना गिव दिस विजिबिलिटी associate parameter, and we can give this parameter specific number or a name basically. Then maybe I'm going to call this a name or number basically there, 1, okay, or a or b or something like that. So we can call these parameters and numbers like this is a b c d something like that, or like 1 2 3 4, or you can say top left, top right, or top right top left, bottom right, something like that. So let's name it through the top basically. So this is my top right side, so I'm going to name this as top right. Okay, and gonna put this into a group of visibility. Okay, and also gonna make sure that this parameter is not type parameter but instance parameter basically there. Okay, now I'll tell you the reason also why I'm putting this visibility into instance parameters, because these clips will be sometimes visible and in some parts it won't be visible basically there. So where the corner ends might come, some of the clips would be hidden basically there, and where it's the center ones, all the four clips would be visible. So just keep the parameter as instance. Gonna click on OK. One more time we click on OK. Select all these clips. Gonna come into filters. Make sure I uncheck the void generic model. I'm gonna give the visibility associate parameter. This would be my top left. This again will go into the instance parameter, not in the type parameter. Okay, and group it under visibility. These clips, filter, so there is no generic void in this, so okay with that. Then I'm going to come into visibility, apply the associate family parameter, call this as bottom right, and put this into instance, group it under visibility. These ones should come in filter. There is no void element, it's okay. Visibility status would be bottom left. Put it into instance and group it under visibility status. And click on OK. One more time. Okay, so you might have all the parameters set it for the four clips. We can come into family types and check whether we have given all four visibility status or not. So we have bottom left, bottom right, top left, top right, all are defaults, which means they are instance parameters. So in bracket, if it's written default, that means they are instance parameter, and if there's nothing in the bracket written, that means they are type parameters basically. Okay, So this is what we have created, the spider clips. Okay, now I can save this family, save as this family. I'm gonna save it on the desktop. I'm gonna call this as spider fits clips, and now I can create a panel in which I can load this spider fits basically. So we need to create panel, glass panel, okay, in which we can load this spider fittings basically. So for that, come into file menu, create new family, and in family we're going to take the English folder, and from the English folder we're going to take the metric curtain wall panel basically. So I'm going to search for metric curtain wall panel. So it should be here it is, metric curtain wall panel.rft. I'm going to open that panel. Okay, now in this we have to make the curtain panel basically. Okay, so first thing first, I'm gonna create some reference plane. Pick lines, you can give reference plane 9 mm on the top exterior side and 9 mm at the bottom exterior side. Then you can provide the dimensions that equal, provide this a parameter of thickness. So that is to control the thickness of your panel of the glass. Okay, then I'll come into the interior view, interior elevation view. Okay, and now in this I'm gonna press VG for visibility graphics and come into annotate category, and in annotate category you will find levels. Uncheck level because we don't want to view the level line, we just want to see the reference plane. Now we can give align dimensions from this end to this end and from bottom end to the top end. Then we can select this dimension and we can label this, we can call this as panel length. Now the panel length would be under instance and reporting parameter because the length of the panel would be decided on the number of grids or the grids distance. Okay, so that will go into instance and reporting parameter, and so is the panel height. So even the panel height will be under instance and reporting parameters. Right, and now we are ready to create the glass panel. So to create a glass panel, we'll come into create and we're going to take the form of solid extrusion. We're going to create a solid rectangular element, and don't forget to lock these lines. Then you can hit on the finish mode. Now before I hit on the finish mode, I'll give the subcategory of glass and the material as panel material. so that I can control the material of the object. Click on finish. If I look at from the floor plan view, you can see this line is slightly extending. It's not matching to that reference plane, so we can just drag this arrow, match it to that reference plane, and lock it. Even the other one, drag it and lock it all the way to your reference plane and lock it so that it matches to your thickness parameter. Okay, so we have the panel ready, the glass panel ready with us, and the spider fit is also ready. So both the elements are ready with us. Right, so we have the panel for the spider fit and the spider fit itself both ready. Right, now what you can do, you can load this spider fit into that panel family. So you can say this family, call this as panel with spider fit. So you can load this spider fit family into this family over here. Okay, come to the interior view, and you can take create command and place that component. So 1 2 3 and 4 clips will place it. Okay, and they are not properly placed in the corners basically. So we need to first take the align tool and take the vertical reference plane first and align the vertical reference sketch line of this model and lock it, this vertical reference plane and this sketch line of the model, and lock it. Then the horizontal reference plane with the horizontal sketch line, lock it. Horizontal reference plane, the horizontal sketch line, and you lock it. Same at the bottom ones. Vertical goes with the vertical sketch line, lock it. And then you take the horizontal plane and the horizontal sketch line and you lock it. Okay, so all these planes are been aligned and locked, or these models are been locked in that position. Now just for the sake of you, I'm just going to come into the floor plan view, and if I look at in the floor plan view, this is my exterior side and this is supposed to be the interior side. Now this clip needs to be faced on the interior side, but it's actually facing on the exterior side, so it's facing on the wrong directions. So I'm just gonna select this clip and just mirror it or flip the work planes. For the even for the other side as well. So I'm gonna just flip it, select and flipped it. So now they are facing correctly, but one more issue is there, that this are my glass holder clips basically there, so it should be inside over here, so it is like not aligning it. So once again I'll take the align tool, take this reference plane, this horizontal reference plane, and this horizontal sketch model line, and then you lock it. Once again, reference plane, sketch model line, and then you lock it. Okay, same on the other side, horizontal reference plane, model line, lock it, reference plane and the model line, and you lock it. So now that's it.
Perfect. Clips goes inside that element. Now the glass thickness is varying it, which you can match it. So the glass thickness needs to be of 19 mm at least to perfectly fit on to that. So we can provide this glass thickness to 19 mm. Perfect, it fits it. Now if I come on the exterior view and switch this view to constraint colors, I don't need these clips. I just need only one clip that is holding the glass. Okay, on this side also this clip, the rest clips needs to go disappear actually. So I'm gonna select this spider fit clip, and now I'm gonna use this visibility status over here. Okay, so now in this side I only need this the bottom left clip, and rest needs to go. So I'll leave the bottom left click and apply it. But if you see, if I press bottom left click, this goes on the wrong direction because we have flipped the directions actually. So we have used the flip workplane command. So instead of bottom left, we'll leave the bottom top left actually. Okay, because, sorry, maybe the top right. Okay, the opposite directions one basically. Now in this, if this is top right, this would be top left. So the top left. So if this is top left, this would be bottom left now basically. So leave the bottom left and rest can be disabled. If this is bottom left, this would be bottom right basically. Okay, so leave the bottom right and rest needs to uncheck. Done. So we have only the clips that is holding that glass. If you look into 3D view also, you can check, see that clips are there. Just to constrain colors. This family is correct and saved. Now I can load this family into the project that we have created. Okay, and maybe now this time I can create a wall, maybe just an exterior glazing wall, and you can give some horizontal spacing as well. Okay. And now you see there is no spider fittings are coming basically there, because we have created the family but we haven't actually loaded into the project yet. So we have saved this panel name as panel with spider fits. So we're going to load this into project. Still it doesn't come. So now what we do, we're going to select the entire curtain wall, going to come into the edit type, and in this going to duplicate this wall, I'm going to call this exterior glazing with spider fits. And now in the option of curtain panels, it says none. Okay, so we're gonna change this. We're gonna search for that panel with spider fit family. Here it is, panel with spider fits. Use that. family loaded. You can use the automatic embed command. Get the join conditions later on. Click OK now. And here we go. Now we can see we get that spider fittings automatically on the walls, and wherever the end of the wall comes, you can see it like it's only puts 2 of the clips and not more than that basically. So even if I stretch this wall a little bit more, it automatically adjusts all of these spider fittings for me. Maybe if I insert a grid line, it automatically adds spider fits. And if I use one segmented, it adds the spider fits. So it's smart way of inserting the spider fits families. Then for the borders, you can give the mullions, the detail mullions, whatever mullions you want to give to it. Okay, but the center mullions, the interior mullions might have the spider fits. Right, so this is how you create the spider fits curtain wall panel basically in Revit. Okay, so 2 things we solved today. One was the issue that we were struggling to get. It was about the 2D door panels. Okay, and we did also about the spider fit families basically. Okay, so in curtain walls, mullions part, detail mullions, 2D window, a wing window, and the door, glass door, and spider fit families are being completed. Now using curtain walls, you can create a lot of other elements also. We can create the ACP panel boards also for the walls. So if you see that aluminum composite sheets basically. So you can even create these aluminum composites panelings for the walls using the curtain wall command only. Okay, only thing is that we need to make the details item or the detail element for that facades. Okay, and a lot of other things also you can make it. You can even make this jolly walls as well basically there using the curtain wall family. The only thing is you need to create this in a parametric way basically there. Okay, these patterns designs you can create them using the curtain wall family or the panel families as well. Okay, so we'll keep it till here. In the next class I'll show you about this ACP panel. How do we create the ACP panel or the HPL material for your exterior cladding of the building. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Okay,
Okay, thank you, sir.
most welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome, Nehal.